belong to the state. It's why they don't care and say 2 + 2 = 5, because everything they do with their body language, it's like bank robbers that have already shot 3 cops. They're the most dangerous because they're going to kill 10 more. They have nothing to lose. They are going all out bonker land on the news saying attack Assad to stop ISIS when that's who he's fighting. That's how dumb they think we are. I mean, it is Twilight Zone. It is over-the-top bonker land.
Well, I'll tell you what, my adrenaline is rushing because of how important this is. You talk about the...
Oh, you can feel it, can't you? Anybody who's got their head screwed on straight can see they're dropping the hammer, man. This is the beginning of the end of this country.
Well, I'll tell you what, most people in the military, they're either it's just like normal society. They're either completely awake or they don't have a clue. And, most of the people that are awake, unfortunately, they've got us kind of pinned down. They know who we are. They're ready for us. But I just really, really hope enough people, like at the end of the Lego movie, as lame as this sounds, if the bad guys just decide they want to be the good guys and give up on this, we have a chance. And I hope at least Texas will be a shining city on the hill, even if America falls, that the people of Texas will stand up for liberty and freedom.
Why do you think they've just indicted Rick Perry? Because Rick Perry, and I've talked to state senators on air a few years ago about the secret plan that Rick Perry had to basically set up martial law on the border to stop a collapse of Mexico, because it would totally ruin the state if Mexico collapsed into Texas. The plan is to not let Mexico collapse into California, but to let it collapse into Republican states to then make them go blue or socialist. And I'm not even a Republican, but you can see the strategic plan and how bad it is. And then everything they said, Rick Perry then implemented. And then I was basically given the word that no, Rick Perry, and I don't know if this is true, but we see evidence of it, is getting ready to double-cross the globalist, and then he gets indicted. And so you put all of it together. Look, they're indicting other Republican governors. They're arresting them, Virginia, you name it, for nothing. They're arresting Dinesh D'Souza. They're arresting literally hundreds of Tea Party people with fake IRS charges. I mean, they're not just auditing them. They're then doing criminal charges on made-up stuff. I mean, they're doing things that have never happened in this country. And that's what I keep warning people about. This is hardcore. And I'm not trying to scare people with the truth. I'm trying to get people active to realize that this is happening. Our only hope is saying no and calling it out. And I'm going to tell the police and military again, when the nuke goes off, they may blame it on the Tea Party or Al-Qaeda. They're so bold. That's why they had Army War Games a few years ago where, quote, the Tea Party joins with Al-Qaeda. Now, everybody knows that the Tea Party is completely Islamophobic on average and is totally warmongering against the Middle East. They don't differentiate. It's one of their only faults, in my view. That is literally like saying Superman works for Lex Luthor or that Martin Luther King was a Grand Dragon. But it doesn't matter. They'll say the Tea Party works with Al-Qaeda. I mean, look, they teach the Army at Fort Hood that George Washington wouldn't be welcomed in today's Army. George Washington founded the U.S. Army. And people say that's over the top. Saying you didn't build your businesses over the top. They are change agents, folks, totally frying everybody for a total takeover. I'm going to go to, I appreciate your call. I just look, I'm telling you, folks, the reason I'm freaking out on air every day now is because we got a chance to stop this. And when the globalists take over, they're going to come after everybody. They're going to definitely set me up. Where'd Alex go? Oh, he didn't pay his taxes, or he bounced a check, or, he pulled a gun on cops. And it'll be an embedded intelligence group that pulls me over and executes me. That's how they do it. And you idiots that will execute me are going to be killed next. I mean, this is not a good situation. People have got to grow up in this country. I'm sick of it. We have had it so good for so long. We're like Native Americans that never ran into smallpox, so it would kill 95% of them, and only 5% of Europeans would die from it, because all the Europeans that would die before it already died. So people had genetic immunity. We politically do not have a history of real tyranny compared to other nations, so we're wide open to it. I want to let everybody know that this hour is brought to you by InfidelBodyArmor.com. and we will put that up on screen for TV viewers. Infidel Body Armor is super high-quality body armor. Oh, here's the headline out of mainstream news. New bill in Congress would ban private citizens from owning body armor. That's right. So, see, there you go. It's time to get your body armor. 888-608-6605, InfidelBodyArmor.com. Please don't forget MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex to find super high quality, non-GMO storable foods that last 20 years and are easily portable in their own special form of packaging. It's like those expensive plastic tote containers. Well, that's what they put the food in. But they get a really good deal on them, so you get a super low price. MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex. Let's hope we don't need our firearms and our ammo and our storable food and our water filters, and people should be stocking up on supplements as well at InfoWarsLife.com. So MyPatriotSupply.com or InfidelBodyArmor.com or InfoWarsLife.com. And let's go out with Road Warrior music, because let me tell you, this country goes into civil war, that's what it's going to look like. I'm not going to any FEMA camp, so don't tread on me. The warning's issued.
You know about RVs, you've heard about bunkers, but surviving is not recreation, and man wasn't made to live underground. Introducing Survivalist Camps, the ultimate fully functional off-the-grid survival bug-out house that's mobile, well-equipped, and custom-built to outlast any other RV or trailer. Go to survivalistcamps.com to learn more. That's survivalistcamps.com, providing your basic needs to survive. Survivalistcamps.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
It takes a lot of courage to face your own death, but I'm glad I finally did. See, I was putting off getting life insurance to protect my family, even though I knew it was important. Then my neighbor's husband died. I watched her struggle emotionally and financially. It really made me face reality. If my husband died, how would I pay the mortgage, the car payments, or keep up the life the kids and I had? I realized I needed to get us life insurance right away. So I called AIG Direct. In less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now. 1-800-463-7479. That's 1-800-463-7479. 1-800-463-7479.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his 2-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. MyPatriotSupply.com/Alex. Here's Congressman Ted Poe on Newsmax, powerful TV network. Man, they're hiring former CNN hosts, you name it. And I just love to have more new media covering things, talking about Al-Qaeda working, ISIS working with the drug cartels that now have operational control of large areas of the border. How about 60 miles into Arizona 5 years ago? They have signs up saying, don't enter this area. It's under the control of drug cartels. And our government has allowed this to happen while groping everyone at the airport. A new memo just came out confirming the TSA does let illegals fly with no ID. But your baby's diaper's getting checked. And Miss USA, they're going in your underwear. Let's go to this clip and then back to your calls.
Their opponents, is there synergy? Is there interaction? Is there a connection between the Mexican cartels and groups like ISIS?
My opinion is, yes, there seems to be at least talking to each other. How much, I don't know. But drug cartels use the same operational plan as terrorist groups do. They kill their opponents, they behead their opponents, they brag about it, and they have operational control of many portions of the southern border of the United States. Mexico does.
All right.
The United States.
That's the congressman. Now let's go back to Senator Inhofe last night on Fox 25 in Oklahoma City, saying they're planning to blow up a major city. Here it is.
And they are rapidly developing a method of blowing up a major U.S. city, and people just can't believe that's happening. But yes, it's really significant what's happening.
And he was talking about another subject there, bringing up something happening over in the Middle East and talking about how big it is they're planning to blow up a U.S. city. Whether that's true or not, he's being told that by the intelligence committee. They're getting us ready to be hit, saying they're going to hit us, while ISIS signs show up everywhere, and they let real jihadis run around and physically attack people in front of the White House just a few days ago. We have video of that. I want to go to Michael and John and Brian and others. And after we take a few more calls from military folks to get their take on the big picture, we will open the phones up for everybody. It's going to be open phones throughout the broadcast today. I want to get into some big economic news. Dollar demand falls against other currencies. That's Reuters. TSA letter admits illegals allowed to fly without ID. Huge news, Infowars.com. Microbial life found living on exterior of International Space Station. That's very interesting. The London Independent. We've got a bunch of other news about wanting to ban body armor. Physically, you can't even have it. That's now in Congress. Former Homeland Security Advisor, very, very true. ISIS is crossing the border. This is just some of the news. It's all coming up today. Let's go ahead and jam a call in the minute and a half we have left right now. Former Navy, Michael in New York. What's your take on this?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, nice to talk to you, Alex.
Nice to talk to you.
First time calling.
Welcome.
And I was down in Texas last year this time. My son graduated from the Air Force Base there. And I got to see Texas firsthand for the first time.
Well, welcome down to the state. New York's a pretty place as well.
Yeah, they say it's the crossroads of the world, but only if you're a liberal.
Exactly. What's your take on all this?
My father used to say there's different rules for different people, and that's the way the U.S. is going. Different rules for different people, and absolute power leads to absolute corruption. And those are my dad's words, and he was a World War II vet.
Does it make you sick to see Al-Qaeda being rebranded as ISIS, and our government wants to attack Syria that's done nothing?
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's the way, around the end game, around to attack somebody else and start another problem in the world to create global, collapse, basically.
That's it, Michael. Great point. Thank you so much. John, Brian, others, stay with us. Second hour coming up.
Thank you for listening to
Don't forget,
GCN.
Subscribe to PrisonPlanet.tv.
Visit GCNlive.com.
See all the
today.
documentaries, the nightly news, 11 memberships for $5.95 a month. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield, true nascent iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox special at InfoWarsLife.com.